Hey everyone, let's talk about something really important today, your life. There are moments when we all feel stuck, lost, or overwhelmed, and that's okay. What's not okay is staying there. You have the power to hit reset anytime you want, but you've got to take action. So I'm going to share 7 easy habits that will help you reset your life and get back on track. Number 1, start your day with intention. I know the alarm goes off and the first thing you want to do is check your phone, but here's the thing. You're already reacting to the world before you've even had a chance to think about yourself. Tomorrow morning, try this. Before you even get out of bed, take 5 seconds and think about one thing you're excited about or grateful for. It doesn't have to be big. This tiny habit will shift your mindset, and you'll start your day with a win instead of stress. Number 2, break it down. We get overwhelmed by thinking we have to do everything at once. Guess what? You don't. Just take the next step. When you break down big tasks into small, manageable steps, you'll feel more in control and it's easier to get started. And once you start, you build momentum. Number 3, 5-second rule. When you feel that hesitation creep, how you begin your day sets the tone for everything that follows. When you wake up and immediately dive into emails, social media, or the endless list of to-dos, you're not in control. You're reacting to everything around you, and that sets you up for stress, distraction, and feeling overwhelmed before you've even had your coffee. So here's what you do instead. Wake up with intention. It doesn't have to be complicated or take a lot of time. In fact, just a few moments of focused thought can make a massive difference in how your day unfolds. As soon as you wake up, before your feet hit the floor, pause for just 5 seconds. In those 5 seconds, think about one thing you are excited about or grateful for. It doesn't need to be a huge life-altering thing. Maybe it's something simple like knowing you'll enjoy a quiet cup of coffee, or maybe you're looking forward to connecting with a friend later in the day. It could be anything that brings a sense of positivity or purpose into your mind. Shifts your mindset by focusing on something positive right when you wake up. You're already training your brain to look for the good in the day. This simple act disrupts the automatic negativity or anxiety many of us feel when we first wake up, especially if we're stressed or have a lot going on. Puts you in control. When you set an intention, you're choosing how you want to feel, what you want to focus on, and how you want to approach your day. It's a small but powerful way of saying, I'm in charge of how I feel, not the world around me. Here's the important part. Do not reach for your phone first. Don't let the outside world dictate your emotions and thoughts before you've even given yourself a moment of clarity. Those first few moments are yours. It's time for you to decide what kind of energy you're bringing into the day. You could even take it a step further by thinking about how you want to show up during the day. Maybe you want to approach a challenge with more patience, or maybe today's intention is about being more present with your loved ones. Whatever it is, setting that intention anchors your mind and gives you a target for how you want to navigate the hours ahead. Remember, this is a simple habit, no need for fancy rituals or long morning routines unless you want to add them. Just 5 seconds of intention can transform your mindset and create a ripple effect throughout your entire day. We've all been there, looking at a huge project, an overwhelming goal, or even just a long to-do list and feeling like we have no idea where to begin. That feeling of overwhelm can paralyze you, making it hard to even start. But here's the thing, you don't need to tackle everything at once. In fact, trying to do so is the quickest way to burn out, feel frustrated, and give up altogether. The key is to break down big tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. Think of it like this. Imagine you're standing at the base of a mountain. Looking up at the peak can feel intimidating, even impossible. But what if you focused on just the next step? You don't need to climb the whole mountain in one leap. You just need to take one step, then another, and before you know it, you're making progress. Get clear on the big picture first. Take a moment to clearly define what the overall goal is. What does success look like for this particular project or task? If you don't know what the finish line looks like, it's easy to get lost in the middle. But don't focus on how to do it all just yet. Just get clear on the big picture. Break it into phases or milestones. Next, break the task into phases or milestones. Let's say your goal is to write a book. That's a huge task, right? But you can break it down into smaller parts like researching, outlining, writing chapter drafts, editing, and so on. Each phase is a manageable piece of the puzzle. Similarly, if you're working on a project at work, identify the key milestones along the way. This might include things like planning, gathering data, drafting reports, and finalizing presentations. Breaking things into phases not only makes the task feel more doable, but it also helps you map out a timeline to stay organized. Take one small action at a time. Once you've broken the task down into phases, you can go even further by listing tiny, actionable steps for each phase. Going back to the book example, if your phase is outlining, your actionable steps could be, these are small, manageable actions you can actually do in a short amount of time. You don't need to think about writing the whole book. You only need to think about drafting bullet points for one chapter today. Small wins add up. Focus on daily progress, not perfection. The goal isn't to finish the whole project in a day. It's about making progress. Every small step counts. It's easy to get caught up in thinking you need to do everything perfectly or all at once. But remember, progress is better than perfection. The more you chip away at something in small, consistent chunks, the closer you get to the end result without feeling overwhelmed. Let's be real. How many times have you known exactly what you needed to do, but didn't do it? Maybe it was hitting the gym, starting that project, speaking up in a meeting, or even just getting out of bed in the morning. You had every intention of doing it, but then your brain stepped in, hesitated, and you ended up doing nothing. That hesitation, it's completely normal. It's your brain's way of protecting you from discomfort or effort. But here's the problem. If you let that hesitation run the show, you'll stay stuck. That's where the 5-second rule comes in, and it's a game changer. The 5-second rule is incredibly simple, yet powerful. It works like this. The moment you feel yourself hesitate to take action on something you know you need to do, count backward from 5 to 1. That's right, just count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And then immediately move. No more thinking, no more excuses, just take action. The reason the 5-second rule is so effective is that it interrupts your brain's automatic response to avoid discomfort. When you're hesitating, your brain is trying to protect you from feeling uncomfortable or overwhelmed, but in the process, it's stopping you from taking action on things that matter. The countdown breaks that loop. It shifts your focus away from the excuses your brain is making and toward immediate action. Notice the moment of hesitation. The first step is recognizing when you're hesitating. You'll feel it split second of, should I or shouldn't I? Maybe it's hitting snooze on the alarm, maybe it's avoiding a difficult conversation, or maybe it's putting off something important for later. Whatever it is, the moment you catch yourself hesitating, you know it's time to use the rule. Count backward from 5. As soon as you notice the hesitation, start counting backward in your head. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Counting backward is key because it forces your brain to focus. It interrupts whatever thoughts or excuses were about to come up, and now you're engaging your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision making. This shift creates a window of opportunity for you to act before your brain can talk you out of it. Take immediate action. The moment you hit 1, move. Don't wait for motivation or the perfect conditions, just move. Whether it's standing up, picking up the phone, or sending that email, whatever action is needed, take it right away. Once you start, the momentum will carry you forward. Getting out of bed. You know how it goes. The alarm goes off and you just want to hit snooze. Instead, try this. As soon as the alarm rings and you feel the urge to stay in bed, start counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then get up. Don't think, just move. You'll be amazed at how much easier it is to get going when you don't let hesitation creep in. Starting a workout, thinking about working out is often harder than actually doing it. The next time you're debating whether or not to hit the gym or go for a run, use the rule. Feel the hesitation, count down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then lace up your shoes and go. The hardest part is starting, and once you do, the rest becomes easier. Speaking up. Maybe you're in a meeting and you have an idea, but you hesitate to share it. The moment you feel that hesitation, count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and raise your hand or start talking. Don't overthink it. Taking action in those critical moments can make a huge difference, both for your confidence and your contribution. Tackling procrastination. Got a big project to start but can't seem to get motivated? The next time you feel yourself putting it off, use the rule. Instead of waiting to feel like doing it, count down from 5 and just start. Once you take the first step, you'll often find that the motivation comes naturally as you build momentum. Action beats motivation. A common mistake people make is thinking they need to feel motivated before they take action. But the truth is, motivation often comes after action, not before. The 5-second rule eliminates the need for motivation by getting you to act first. Once you start moving, your brain catches up and the momentum builds. It helps you beat procrastination. Procrastination usually happens because we overthink things. We let fear, doubt, or perfectionism get in the way. The 5-second rule shuts down that overthinking process by forcing you to act before those negative thoughts can take hold. It builds confidence and momentum. Every time you use the rule and take action, you build self-trust. You prove to yourself that you can do hard things, and that builds confidence. Plus, taking action, no matter how small, creates momentum. Once you start, it's easier to keep going, and that momentum makes it easier to tackle the next task or challenge. You rewire your brain. Over time, using the 5-second rule can actually rewire your brain. You're training yourself to be a person who acts on your goals and intentions rather than letting fear or doubt hold you back. The more you use it, the more automatic it becomes to take action without hesitation. The 5-second rule is simple but incredibly powerful. It takes just 5 seconds to shift from hesitation to action. Whether it's something as small as getting out of bed or as big as making a life-changing decision, action is the antidote to fear and procrastination. And the best part? You don't have to wait for the perfect time or the right amount of motivation. You already have everything you need to take action right now. Just count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's be honest, life is full of demands. Whether it's work, family, friends, or just the constant flood of emails and notifications, it can feel like everyone and everything is pulling at you. If you're not careful, this can drain your energy, leaving you exhausted, overwhelmed, and feeling like you're never able to get ahead. The truth is, you can't pour from an empty cup. That's why learning to set boundaries and protect your energy is one of the most powerful things you can do for your well-being and success. But here's the thing, boundaries aren't about shutting people out or being selfish. Boundaries are about choosing how you spend your time and energy in a way that aligns with your values and priorities. It's about creating space for the things that matter most while keeping the things that drain you in check.